Morning, students. Just wanted to review real quickly. So we went through first way. We showed you, make a table of values, and then I showed you by translating it. I just want to point out that equation. Y is equal to A times x minus h squared plus k. So we're going to use this equation to graph our vertex. Now if I look at it, am I adding or subtracting anything in 1 or in 2? I'm not. So that means my h and k value are 0. So my vertex for both of these is going to be at 0, 0. So if I'm not adding or subtracting anything, it's going to be at 0, 0. Then next I said treat this like a slope. So that's negative 2 over 1. So for number 1, my vertex is at 0, 0. Hey, we have that value of negative 2. That means I'm going down 2 and to the right, down 2 and to the left. And then make it a U-shaped as you go through. So for 1 and 2, treat it this way. So I come to number 2, we're still looking at it. Okay? My vertex is at h and k. I'm not adding or subtracting anything through this. So my vertex is at 0, 0. Then my slope, if you think about it, is up 1, 2, 3 and a half to the right, 3 and a half to the left. So that A value is going to affect the shape and direction of your graph as you go through it. So that's how we go through these ones. So if I looked at number 3, the biggest thing that students made a mistake on is when you look at it, your H value is always opposite the sign. So that right there, this is my H value, that's my K value. It's opposite the sign. So my vertex is going to be at negative 1, positive 4. So negative 1, positive 4 is right here. This is like my slope. So that's negative 2 over 1, so down 1, 2 over 1. Down 2 over 1. And there's the shape of our graph as you go through. So let's jump to number 6 because we can see it. So right here, this is my H value, that's my K value. So my vertex is at negative 4 and negative 5. So opposite that sign, it was positive 4, so it's negative 4, and K is just whatever that sign is. So I graph that, negative 4 and negative 5 down here. Then my slope is negative 3, so I'm going down 1, 2, and 3 over 1 and left 1. So it's going down like this. Now, one thing I forgot to tell you, this graph opens down, so this right here is the maximum. It's a hill. That's the highest it gets. Same thing here. This is a maximum value. That's the highest my graph will ever get. Next, my domain. The graphs open, they form a parabola, so they're always going right and left. So for both of these, my domain is all real numbers. Domain, because the graph opens left and right, all real numbers. Now, my range is what changes. In this case, it starts right here on my y-axis, so it starts at negative 5. So y is less than or equal to negative 5. Here on my y-axis, it starts at 4, so you'd say y is less than or equal to 4. Let me show you one in which the graph in which we get a minimum value. So we'll go to number 5. So my vertex, this is my H value, opposite the sign, so it's a positive 3. My K value is also positive 2. So it's over 3, up 2. We have that graph there. Next, this is my slope. It's over 1, so that tells me to go up 1.5 over. Up 1.5 and over, and we have this parabola now opening up. Because it's opening up now, it's a valley, this is the minimum it gets. Our domain still would be all real numbers. And then my range, if I look on the y-axis, it starts at 2, so we'd say y is greater than or equal to 2, because it opens up. So just a quick review on going through and graphing it for your quiz that you'll have today.